Hey everyone, and this is Real Talk, coming to you live from our kitchen to give you some food for thought. Oh, hey Tim.
Oseo, everyone, and welcome to, as she said before, Real Talk. I'm Tim. This is the First Lady, Phoebe. What we'd like to talk about today is there's been some things thrown in the comments about us being prejudiced, being racist. And I'd like to state right now unequivocally, we are not racist, we're not prejudiced. In fact, all of us who are melanated people on this planet share the same dreams, the same love, the same hopes, the same pain. So we're not prejudiced, but we are exclusively talking to the indigenous people, the indigenous Niji of our land. We want you to know who you are. A lot of other people that we speak to, Asians, Indostynes, Italians, English, whatever, they know who they are. We need to know who we are. We have a great, wonderful heritage. Our ancestors are strong. There's so many things that we've done. We're not prejudiced against Jamaicans. They're part of the indigenous people of their realm, of where they live, but they're also part of the melanated people here on the planet. So we don't have any prejudices against anyone. And when it comes to being a spiritual being, having a human experience, in that spiritual world, none of us have any color, any ethnicity, no group that we hang with. We're just spiritual beings having a human experience. So we'd like to address a few things because, quite frankly, I'm tired of being called prejudiced. I'm tired of being called a separatist. I'm not a separatist. Remember, I'm in touch with nature, with the laws of nature, and also the laws of God and the laws of the universe. I am a sovereign being. The purpose of this program is to build a community, to build our community, to strengthen us, to allow us to learn more about our great heritage, where we come from. Phoebe, what would you like to say as far as that's concerned?
I would like to say a lot, but I can't fit it all in this segment. We as a people, as the American Nijis, are such a great, eclectic, beautiful people, and Real Talk is here to remind you of exactly who you are. We're not all African descendants. In fact, most of us were already here. See, if you look and do some research on what we're saying, the word Niji, we use that because that's one of our indigenous words. You can see here that the true Indians are all melanated people.
Our copper-colored people, our brown people, black people, light-skinned people.
That's right. We'll leave this link below, and it'll give you some more perspective as to who we are. As far as the remarks with us being racist, that's impossible. We're not disenfranchising another race. We're not talking down on another race. We absolutely love everyone. We love everyone because we're all spiritual beings having a human experience. Though the separatism has been created because we've all been miseducated in the schools and otherwise. You, just like I, was miseducated to think that we're all from African descendants, and we've become a lost people. We had to create this channel and constantly revamp it and revise it because we realize our people are a lost people. With the Jamaicans coming out of the woodworks that we noticed in their videos saying that they created hip hop and they gave us this and that, you would be so surprised to know how many things us indigenous American Indians have already created.
Phoebe, why don't you just tell them? They need to know what we've done and how great our people are. And if you don't mind, I'm going to brag about it.
Yes, because nobody talks about it enough.
That's
I
right.
have the link right here, honey, and I'll leave it below. It's hundreds of
Why don't you
inventions. Let me read them off to you.
read them off some names.
We've invented the blood banks. We've invented peanut butter, as you know, the potato chip, the mailbox to create a safe way to deliver mail
The
outside.
gas mask.
The gas mask, the folding bed, crutches, the folding cabinet, the incandescent light bulb by Lewis Howard Latimer.
Latimer, that's right. He's the one who did the original blueprints for the light bulb. See, Edison just employed him. But Edison did,
it.
right,
Exactly.
and patented it. He didn't create it.
No, let's go on. The steam engine lubricator, okay? When a lot of people were coming from their countries here to the Americas, we call them pale faces. When they were coming over here, a lot of their steam ships and steamboats and steam trains, they would stall. It was a colored man, Elijah McCoy, who created the steam engine lubricator. That's why they called it the real McCoy. That was a brother.
That's where that term came from.
That was us. The traffic signal light. We created a 3-signal traffic light to give you a heads up before red came, okay? We created many of the beauty products, the comb, the hair moisturizer, you name it. All of these things we created. We created masking tape and clear adhesive tape. We also created the pencil sharpener, you know, the netting machine. We improved the ironing board. It's just the endless amount of things. The golfing tee. People were golfing all kinds of crazy ways before we created the tee to place the ball on top of. The yarn hold. You name it. I can go on and on and on and on. We've created so many things. So don't let anyone from any other country, especially Jamaica, and tell you that they created hip hop and they created this, so you should just take it. Tell them that we, Indigenous Nijis, created so much more
So much,
for the
so
world
much
to
more.
enjoy.
For the world to
We
enjoy.
share our lands with so many immigrants.
Sure.
We share our lands happily. We're not prejudiced. I mean, come on now. We're proud of who we are, and we have to remind our people. You know, the music industry is bombarded with people who don't look and represent like we do.
That's right. Our television is bombarded with people.
With false representations.
That's right.
And that's not who we are.
That's not who we are at all.
We are the true Nijis. We are the people of this land.
And as I said, we have nothing against Asians. We have nothing against Indostynes or Europeans. We don't have anything against anyone because, first of all, we're on that love vibration. Why do you think Bob Marley mentioned the Buffalo Soldiers? Buffalo Soldiers were made up of immigrants who came over here from the islands who were the only ones who would fight with the U.S. Army to fight against us.
That was us they were fighting against.
That's right. We were the original. We were the Indians that they were trying to kill. And they couldn't find enough of us that would go against our people. So they inducted people from the islands, people from other places. Buffalo is not even an animal that's indigenous to this country.
The bison is indigenous to this land.
That's
Buffaloes are only found in Europe and Asia.
But understand, everything that you've been taught
Has been told to you in
reverse. And think about that for a moment. If everything has been told to you in reverse and you turn it around, you'll find out, you'll see what greatness that you have. It's so very important. Before you can be successful at anything, you have to know who you are. Plain and simple. You have to be able to take that trip within, strip that clothing off, strip that skin off of you, and find out who you really are at the very base, at your very essence. We're here to show you, to share with you a lot of these things that we're learning on our journey.
Yes, let's share some of those other inventions that Aboriginals came
Sure.
up with. We came up with the refrigerated trucks, the automatic elevator doors, home security systems.
Come on now, did you hear? Refrigerators, home improvement, everything, combs.
The Super Soaker was created by Lonnie Johnson,
That
who
guy.
worked at NASA. The tissue holder. Okay, just endless amounts of things. Automatic gear shifts in cars.
Was invented by an indigenous Niji of this land. We have built everything, the infrastructure, the buildings. We created the first soles for shoes. We weren't running around all of us barefoot. We had soles on our shoes way before the Europeans did.
We invented the clothes dryer, the dustpan, the folding chair, the ice cream scooper, the lawnmower, the lawn sprinkler, the modern toilet. Okay, thank us for that porcelain toilet that you're sitting on.
That you Jamaicans are sitting on.
All right, you can thank
And
us
the
for that.
Asians and Indostynes.
That's right. If we got to thank you for hip hop and some other things, then thank us for all these things.
Thank us for the roads that you're driving on. Thank us for even opening up our hearts and our land to allow you to come over and live here.
Bye-bye.
Okay?
The mop, reversible baby strollers, so you can look at your baby while you push it. The first drag queen was William Dorsey Swan, and he's highly regarded as the first queen of the United States. Okay, Logomania, all the logos on designer brands, some of you may know Dapper Dan, put it on furniture and things like that. Okay, the list goes on and on. We'll leave it in the link below. Please, don't let anybody tell you that you don't know who you are anymore. You know exactly who you are now.
You know inside exactly who you are. It's so important for you to know this, for you to claim this. It's now time for you to claim your original birthright. And as I said before, we're not racist. We're not pro. We're pro us.
We're pro-life.
That's
We're
right.
pro-aboriginals. Okay, we
right.
need some indigenous laws for us, because there's nothing that protects Black people or African American people.
No.
That's why our babies are being killed in the streets
Exactly.
and the police get off, because there's no provisions in the laws for that. We have to know who we are if we want to fight for something.
That's right.
If we want to affect change, we have to know who we are, and you have to say it. How do you refer to yourself? It should be Indigenous Niji.
That's right.
It should be American Indian.
Did you know that the term yo was also an indigenous term for speaking?
The term what's up is our words. Oseo is a greeting instead of hello or goodbye. Okay, Niji is a word that we use to describe all the Indian people from the north all the way down to the south of America.
To the west.
To the west. All of our people are Nijis. And we, in particular, have forgotten who we are.
That's right.
Well, we're here to remind you.
We sure are.
Because the schools won't tell you.
No,
The books won't tell you.
You know, it's a miseducation. And they're not going to teach you who you are, because if you find out who you are, you'll be so empowered. You won't fall for anything. And those of you all who have commented and talked about the 7 Hermetic principles, you guys do a little bit more research. You'll find that those Hermetic principles were taken from the original 12 universal laws. And it was clergymen, it was clerics who took those 12 laws and condensed them down to 7 to meet the needs of religion.
Yes.
Later on, the Catholic Church took on those same very laws and turned them into, some of which, commandments.
Exactly. And that's why we tell you to get back to knowing who you truly are, because religion isn't who we truly are.
No.
As spiritual beings, sometimes religion can hold us back mentally. Okay? We want you to know who you are and have a moral compass altogether, because then you'll know, yes, God is real. Yes, you are the embodiment of God, as long as you align yourself with your true nature.
That's right. That's the embodiment of God, is knowing oneself, and as like God, being able to create.
So
from
yes,
within.
there is one God, because we're all one.
That's
That's
right.
why we need to elevate our vibration. We need to raise our vibrations
That's right.
together.
Together. And that's what we're here for. We're building a community that is going to be strong, a community that people can depend on. It's not about other people. Other people have their thing. Let's do our own thing and find out who we are, and let's take back what is ours. And that's this land, that's your mind, that's your soul. But always, in order to see any of this, you have to be on love vibration.
Let's go over some of those universal laws. I'll recite them all to you, and I'll leave the link below so you can do some research and you can go over them as many times as you need to. But let's get off those 7 Hermetic principles.
Right, because remember, those were done by religious clerics. Christendom also went on to do, what was it, the Caballerian philosophy. That too has a bit of the universal laws in it. But the first original universal laws were intrinsic within every tribe on the planet.
Universally.
And they weren't questioned.
And those laws include the law of divine oneness, the law of energy and vibration.
How important energy is and how important vibration. That's what we're always speaking to you, telling you, you have to raise your vibration. We're also reminding you that your energy, in a way, is like currency. How are you going to use it? Are you going to waste your energy watching a bunch of bullshit on television, things that are not good for your soul? We have to change our mindsets.
Yes, our thoughts, our words, our dreams and emotions are all energy.
We told you, words are spells.
That's right.
That's why they call it spelling. Listen to this. Feel this. Think about this.
That's right. The law of action. As a lot of you all have mentioned, you're going to step into the law of action. The law of correspondence.
That's right.
Okay. The law of cause and effect, which means that nothing ever happens by chance.
That's right.
You're not watching this video by chance. We're not making it by chance. It's all a part of the universal laws. The law of compensation, okay, comes after the law of cause and effect, where blessings have come into our lives through various forms such as gifts, monies, and new friendships. The law of attraction, which I told you happens whether you know it or not. It's just like the law of gravity. It pulls where it's attracted to. The law of perpetual transmutation of energy, which means that we possess the power to change the conditions in our lives. We can transmute whatever energy is affecting us.
You can start today.
Yes.
You can start with any one of these principles, and they all will lead back to the universal laws. Once you get one down pat, you'll naturally fall into place and others will fall along. But as far as that prejudice stuff, or we don't like Jamaicans, I don't know what the problem is with us standing up for us, but that's what we're doing.
Yes, we can appreciate all of our cultural differences while still standing as individuals.
And remember, we're all melanated people under this solar sun. We have so many things in common. It's the government, it's the colonizers, it's ignorance, which has separated us.
Yes.
Why not bring us all back together intrinsically and spiritually?
That's right. Law number 9 is the law of relativity. The law of polarity. It states that everything has an opposite. The law of gender, which is respecting the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And all these 12 universal laws shows us how to master life, okay, on all levels. It gives us insight into what we should do to reach each and every one of our goals. We don't need how to start a business or this, that. If you just go within, you'll find all that out on your own. We can share it with you, but we want you to not only attain these blessings, but we want you to maintain them. Because a lot of people can draw, a lot of money, but they don't keep it. You ever wonder why?
Why?
Because they're not vibrationally aligned to what they've attracted. So we want you to keep what's coming to you.
See, we want you to be happy. We want you to be fulfilled. We want you to know that you're a part of a family much bigger than the family that you have. You're part of a world family, a universal family. And that's so important.
That's right.
You know?
For those of you who say we're like your auntie and uncles, we are. We are, because especially us Indigenous Nijis here, we're all related in some kind of way because our hearts.
Our experiences are the same. Yes. I come from the same place that a lot of you all do.
And we don't give it to you straight, baby.
That's right.
We don't give it to you real.
Ain't no silver spoons here except in the drawers.
Okay.
But no one here was born with a silver spoon. No one here was born with a certain type of advantage, except that each one of us have a mind and a soul. And that's what makes us different. And as far as you people wanting to do wholesaling,
stories for another day.
That story for another day. Okay, well listen, let me just say this. Everything that you're looking at on the internet, mostly about wholesaling, all of it is a bunch of crap. If you really want to do wholesaling, if you really want to sell real estate, do what I did. Take that real estate test. Take that broker's test. That way you can run your own real estate business. You can buy those wholesale homes because you'll have a business.
And you can work side by side with someone who already has experience.
That's right. You know, everything isn't for everyone. We want to produce more poets, more writers, more philosophers, more of everything.
Okay.
You know, there's so many millions of ways you can create income. We'll talk about that in later shows. But most importantly, we want to give you all and leave you all with food for thought. You know, love is everything. If you're first on the love vibration, if you go within, you'll be able to see a world, a universe of things that you never knew was available to you, but are within you. It is so important. Know who you are. So my question to you, do you know who you are?
We do.
We do. And we'd like you to drop a line, share with us. Tell us what you think about, you know, the indigenous people of our nation,
Tell us after hearing this video, do you think we're racist?
Look in the links. Go to the places that we've suggested.
And please look at these pictures. Go to all the links.
That's right.
Look at all the things that we put down in the description box. And please come back and leave your comments and thoughts.
Leave your comments today. Do it today. Do it now. For those of you all who haven't subscribed, subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You know, tell one. Each one tell one. Let's share this. Let's build this community of positivity, of love. That's all we're trying to do, is strengthen our people with love and with knowledge, because you need to know who you are. Hey, we love you. We look forward to talking to you. She's getting ready to make me something to eat because I am like so hungry. And by the way, you clean the kitchen so well. Boy, just, boy, it almost looks like we've got a maid.
But we're inviting you into our home. You know, we've been
right.
shooting on the balcony, and we're inviting our family into our home to give you some food for thought.
Yes.
Please digest it, listen with your ears and your heart, and we'll see you in the next video.
Hey, peace out. Bye.